Welcome back to Foundry, where we continue our expansion. In the last episode, if you missed it, we did this magnificent research center from here to there. This is for all 5 tiers of research. We have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. That's a new one that we've added. And then 4 and 5 are not operational. We haven't unlocked them yet, but they're ready to go, right? And then we have storages here and the actual research center. So with this, we've started to do research tier 3, and in particular, I have unlocked the, over here, pump, what is it called, pump jack. We've unlocked the pump jack, which is kind of a miner. As you can see, it is going on a mining deposit, but it is going to go actually on special mining deposit that they call reservoirs. And this is going to go actually on top. Instead of going around them, it's going to go on top, and it's giving you a liquid. So we're gonna start to play with this for sure. And so what I did, as always, is you press T, you get this thing on, and you can discover new resources. Right, this is a resource we don't know, but now we have discovered a new one, OLUMITE. This is actually the one also we saw in the last episode with the robot telling us to go for that. And as you saw on the map, right, this is just over here. So I sent a couple of explosions over here, right? Very important explosions. And this way we made a path to go to that deposit. There is water here. I brought the electricity, as you can see. And I started putting also some foundations, even if foundations are not needed for this to work. Actually, you can see it over here. This one is also working, right? It's digging down, but it is not on the foundation. It is a bit hard on a deposit like this because you basically need a flat surface and you need also no blocks on top. But you need a flat surface and you need enough of the deposit below yourself. So yeah, it's not that easy to place. Here is fine, for example, but I've managed to place 2 on top and 2 there. So if I go quickly on top here, so if it was flat, it would be a lot easier, was my point. So it is. We've put 2 on top over here. I've then started adding foundations around. Here I haven't put foundations yet around, but we're gonna start doing it, right? So that we can walk easily, and we can put also the what do you call that? Pipes easily. I think the idea is probably we're gonna try to get the pipes all together into one of these tanks somewhere over here, and then we can transport the resources maybe up and do the transformation here up, because we're definitely gonna want to transform it. If we look also over here, you do need electricity, but you don't need electricity of low voltage, you need high voltage for that one. But let me show you, this is next to the miner, and it says here high voltage. So it's going to be connected directly to your high voltage grid. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You connect it directly like that. So you don't need foundation again. If you want, that's fine. And this is, as you can see over here, producing OLUMITE, and it's a crude OLUMITE. So what we're gonna do is then, as I said, bring this together into a reservoir over here, or maybe a reservoir up. No, maybe down, we'll see. And then I'll bring it there and we're gonna start transforming it. We have 2 other buildings over here. We have the flare stack, we have the distillation column. So you understand we're gonna start basically transforming this OLUMITE into something else. Let me work on this and I'll see you in a minute. And here it is in, so we have still a small foundation here at the top, so we can walk around these 2. But more importantly, I've connected them with pipes, right? And it goes down and it gets connected to the 2 other ones. It is worth noting that I think this is completely overkill because, one of these can already give you tons of resource, but I felt it was better to have multiple, like it's nice to see it. Oh, I see we are yellow, which I think means we need more. Wait, press V. So why is it yellow? The complexity is low, So I think it's just because it's full basically. Anyway, so we have all of this resource, all of this aluminite coming into this tank, 30,000 liters. Then it's gonna go up here and it's going in front there of 5 of these. Forgot their name. It's that one over here, the distillation column. This is where we're going to start transforming it. Right now we only have one recipe. In the future obviously we'll have more, but it's taking this crude aluminite, creating two things: liquid polymer and waste gas. So as the name suggests, waste gas is not great. We're gonna need to do something about it, but it's a waste. And if you don't do something about it, it's going to stop. You know, the production of liquid polymer will stop. So this is what's happening over here. It goes into this input, that input there. So I've put basically everything in a row. If I want to add more, I can add more and more and more. Then we're gonna have two outputs if we go to the other side. We have the one just in front. This is the one we really care about. And then here we have the gas. So I'm sending all of the gas together. Now it is worth noting that I may need multiple of these in the future, because this is only taking 3,000 liters per minute. All right. Oh, I see my grade is... Oh. Okay, I need a bigger transformer or multiple transformers. Okay, it's fine. Let's go cable. Okay, so now we have two transformers, small ones here, so we should be fine. Yes, and we're still fine over here. 10. Yes. Anyway, so as I said, this is burning, and this is this building over here, the flare stack. Burning any gas or liquid at a rate of 3,000. So actually I think we need one of these for 4 of these, because this is 750. So 2 is 1.5, so 4 is the 3,000. So, but you know, it's easy. What I can do is always add more of these on this side and add more of these on that side. The only thing I need to do, I guess, is move this guy here. But yeah, this is the pipe over here, all right? Going down here, and then as I said, at the top we have the actual liquid we care about that's going into this tank there that is not full yet, but is getting there very quickly. So this is liquid polymer. Now we're gonna want to transform, of course, this liquid polymer into something else. So going into our crafting, we can see indeed we have unlocked a couple of new things. We have unlocked, you know, the aluminite. This is the one we just did. We have the circuit board over here. This is gonna take electronic components and polymer boards. We don't have polymer boards because that's also a new one here. And this is actually the one using the liquid polymer in a casting machine. So we're gonna build a couple of casting machine and start making, you know, those polymer and add them to the bus. There's also another one over here, over engine, Technom Road, advanced machinery part and electronic components. So I guess we're gonna also make that one in a second. But yeah, let's start with the liquid polymer first. And it is, we still have the tank, but now we have a couple of casting machines. I actually put on both sides. I could have made, you know, the pipe even easier to have only one pipe, but that's okay. So basically, right, this is a simple recipe. We just take the liquid polymer, we transform into polymer boards. So we have the pipe over here. It needs to go into this entrance there, not that one, that doesn't work. It needs to go to this one. You can see it here on the pipe. And as I said, only one output. So what I've done again is on both sides, same thing, input, output. And here we have a storage. You know, I think I'm gonna keep one just in case. Oh, actually, I think I already had a few there. So let's put that back. And then we bring it to our bus. And, you know, for the fun story is the research center was basically finishing exactly at the same space as this is starting. So this is perfect, you know, to start now something new, which is going to be an assembler taking those polymer boards and electronic components to make the circuit boards. So this is 2 input and 1 output. And so therefore, now that we have access to the third loader, we can do 2 inputs here and the output there, goes into storage, right, and then goes on the bus. As you can see, we're not producing that many of those components, so we may want to upgrade this production, but we've been able to create tons of these, so that's great. I'm going to also put some in my inventory, so I'm sure we're gonna need some to build a few things. But yeah, here it is. So one more or two new things on the bus. The bus is definitely starting to get a bit long. We're also gonna need to destroy this to continue moving forward, but look at this, we have so much space, so that's perfect. I didn't check if this is gonna be a problem, but hopefully we can just go around there. Yeah, no, should be fine, should be fine. So what is next? Well, if we go back here, right, we've done all of these except the other engine. We've done this, we haven't done the hazard concrete, but basically it is the same thing as this. It's just different visual. It should be in decors in my opinion. We have done all of these, so yeah, the only one left is the other engine, which takes again some electronic components. So I definitely think we're going to upgrade also the electronic components production. But then technom rods and advanced machinery parts, that's easy. That's this one here and that one there. So yeah, let me expand slightly the space here and build it over here, and I'll see you in a minute. Let's see what R2D2 has to say about all of this. Because we finished building for Jack quite a while back, to be honest.
The OLUMITE is in our hands. Now we can venture into chemical processing. This is where the fun really starts. We should begin processing it.
Well, I've already done it. Yeah, we've already done it, right? This is circuit board and all of this. Let's see the jetpack.
A jetpack? That idea might just take off, but it's a bit up in the air if we run out of fuel.
So we need fuel or batteries. We're gonna need to do that research, but first let me show you that I've built on the other side our new production. I don't think we have any mine that is empty yet, but definitely that could have happened in your, let's play if you're following along, depending on how deep the resource vein that you tapped first was. Almost there. Here is the new production. You can see it there. It has come on the belt. We, as always, put a couple of these assemblers. This is actually 3 inputs. So what I've done is I've put the inputs in the back, all 3 here, 1, 2, 3, and the output in the front with the storage as always, and then the link to the bus. So I have the 3 inputs, advance here, the normal electronics components, and these tectonic rods. So that's easy, 1 here, 1 there, and 1 here. So what are we gonna do next? Well, I think in the next episode we're gonna try to find this jetpack for sure. There is quite a few other interesting research we could be doing. For example, here we can upgrade the station. It's been a while since we talked about the station. We also have here the construction materials. This is something we're buying right now. We could start making it. But I think what we're gonna focus on first is probably more on this side here. I have just researched those data cables, which is something new we could start making using polymer boards and wire coil. We have also here the chemical processing to get 2 new buildings, the chemical processor and the fluid assembler, and also the ignum powder. And more importantly, that's going to give us access to the energy cells here that comes with quite a lot of new things. So I hope you're excited with this, ladies and gents, in our next episode. Yeah, we've started to touch completely new type of resource over here. This is the reservoirs. This is basically like oil, right, in many games. And we're having one of our first building also that has 2 outputs, right, over here. We're transforming this OLUMITE into both liquid polymer and waste gas, and then making sure that we burn this waste gas so that it doesn't, clog up the system. And yeah, then transforming this liquid into polymer sheet and transforming them into the circuit board. So that was actually quite a lot we did in this episode. It may not seem like it, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of this progress again. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, photo requests, and I hope to see you next time.